That is Danny Goki, make a difference. The end of that when it says, let's get to work, makes me think for bosses, that would be a great one to play in the office.
Yeah, great G up.
Let's get to work.
Maybe just play it really quietly in the background. It just subliminally affects people.
Maybe if there's too much.
Can you say that? I can't say that word.
Subliminally.
I can't say it.
Just say it super
Subliminally. I
fast.
can't say it.
Subliminally.
Subliminally. I'm done.
We're
Subliminally.
such good radio people here. You can't say
it's
it.
sublime anyway.
We'll
I'd play it in a sublime way.
You'd play it under the radar so that they feel a compulsion to work.
They would have this desire to work hard. They don't even know why. Why am I working so hard? I don't know why.
It's Danny Goki. He's getting you there. He's getting you to work.
DG.
The DG is how we're going to call him from now on.
Yep.
Hey, 1-800-316-316 is the number to get involved today in our chat about cray gestures, particularly parties. I've had an 18th last week with Bella.
With 500 photographs on the wall.
Which I feel is particularly normal, but apparently it's unusual, but not a big deal. But it had got me thinking, in our family, Andy, I'm probably the least likely to be doing the grand gesture. It's Murray's business. That's his area, his territory.
This is his forte.
It is actually, and it started back when we were first dating and we decided to, we're going to get married.
Yep.
I'd said to Murray, could you, this is telling a bit on me, and then he looks like a star, but I like to be organised. So I had said to him, are you going to propose at some point, because then we can get married and we've got things, getting moved on. And so he had
you wanted a plan.
I wanted a plan.
And he wanted a spontaneous act of love.
He did, yeah. And
yes.
I felt that because he takes his time, that at some point it would be good to...
You might be 45 before it happens. And then your eggs are all gone and you can't have babies.
Something like that.
You were thinking practically.
I was young at the time, so I hadn't quite got to the eggs yet being a problem. But I guess if I'd gone far enough down the track, that could have been the issue.
Meanwhile, Muzz was like, yeah, it's all good. We're just chilling here.
Gee, bro.
That's right.
He's quite phlegmatic, so he's pretty relaxed. So we'd got to the point in this negotiation where he told me that in the month of August he was going to propose.
Okay.
And so every weekend I was super excited.
You had 31 days.
I had, but there was 5 weekends in the month of August. Which one do you think he chose?
The 5th.
Because he did.
Because he was thinking about it.
It took a long time.
He was planning it.
He was, and I was only 21, so I was, you're 21, you're very emotional. But anyway, we got to the weekend, and the reason he needed so long was because it was the most grand gesture you can ever imagine for a proposal.
Really?
Yeah, it was bigger. So this is
Talk me through it,
Okay,
Phil.
this is one of the sounds you'll hear in the proposal. It doesn't come for a little while. What do you reckon that might be, Andy?
So he's put you in a chopper.
At some point in the proposal, we don't start with the chopper though.
Okay.
We start with a hot air balloon. So
wow.
He said, you'll need to be up at 4 a.m. So I was up at, we're used to that now. We're all good.
That's early though, isn't it, when you're 21?
It is. No, I think actually I was 20 because we got married at 21. 20.
Okay, so when he says you got to be up at 4 a.m., were you thinking hot air balloon or were you thinking I've got no idea what's happening?
Well, look, honestly, I did think
you suspected
it could be a hot air balloon. So we did. It was a hot air balloon.
A hottie.
And at the end of that, there was a champagne breakfast while we had orange juice.
Non-alcoholic champagne, I hope so for you.
Exactly.
Yes.
And but all the way through, the people were clearly expecting him to propose, as was I. Did he propose there?
Okay, how many people were in the basket?
Oh, about 6.
Well, you don't want to get... Do you want a proposal in front of 4 randoms?
Well, Murray felt exactly the same as you. So there was
I'm just asking you.
Well, I wouldn't have cared. Really? I would have been up for that.
That's interesting.
Well, literally up. It was a hot air balloon.
What about if the 4 people were kind of a bit annoying?
Oh, well.
Would you want that?
No, maybe not. Okay. Well, there you go. Well, you were right and Murray was right.
Or smelly. Imagine if one of them smelt bad. And all you think about every time you think back to your proposal was that smelly person in the basket next to me. That wouldn't be nice.
I suppose. So you were
I think Murray was doing the right thing.
He was right. He didn't propose there. But we got down from there. We had this little breakfast and we went off in a motorbike, a tandem motorbike, where you can sit at the back. They've got a driver and at the back there's 2 seats.
Oh, yeah.
And we went off and did like a trip into the hills.
You mean like a triple-seater?
A triple-seater motorbike.
Not a sidecar?
No.
Like George and Mildred, that old TV show?
No, you can sit at the back.
Okay, you were sitting at the back of the motorbike. Okay.
So we did that.
Okay.
Went off, and then and then we came back home again. Got in the car, and we were quite the rollerbladers back in the day.
Oh.
Owned rollerblades.
Did you have those big leg warming?
No, we didn't have the
socky
leg
things
warmers.
you used to put like from the knees down.
No,
big furry things.
We were rollerbladers.
Okay.
So Murray had booked out a whole roller skating rink.
What?
Just for us.
Just for you two?
Just for us. And he'd made a mixtape because that's what you did back then.
Okay.
A mixed CD
Okay.
of all these love songs. So for about an hour, we roller skated along to these beautiful love songs.
Okay, question. Phil, are you thinking he's going to propose
100%.
now on the skating rink?
100%.
Did he?
No. At that point, he said, will you come out for dinner with me?
Oh.
Very clever. Now, this is where Murray...
Okay, let me ask you something.
Mm-hmm.
So did this create more joy, the fact that he was prolonging it, or was it actually starting to annoy you?
No, I think I was fine.
You're enjoying the moment?
You're along for the ride by that point.
Okay.
You know
Yep.
it's going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
I've been promised a day, so you know at some point it'll happen.
How long were you skating for?
Well, quite a while, I think. So
What do you do? Just go around in circles,
Oh,
or were
I
you
didn't
busting
know.
moves, doing jumps and stuff? Like, talk me through that.
no, I
Was he like holding you up above his head? You
Yes.
know, like
Yeah.
Blades of Glory style.
Kids at
Have you
home,
seen that
that's what
movie
I was
Blades of
doing.
Glory with Will Ferrell? So good. And they're holding each other up, you know, and carrying each other. Was he doing that?
No, there was none of that.
None of that?
None of that.
Were you holding him up? Mazza, on your up on your arms?
We're never gonna get there at
Flying
this
through the
rate,
air.
Andy.
Well, it's a fascinating story, fella. I want all the
You
details.
want the next-
I want all the tea, as the young people say.
The tea.
As my posse says,
Well,
anyway.
the tea goes on that he said at this point, Fel's going to need a nap, which he was quite
A
right.
nap?
So he sent me
It's an
home.
exhausting day.
He dropped me home, and I had an hour or so for a nap. Which
Did
you'll
you
know,
nap? Did you nap?
Well, no, I was too excited to nap, but I was.
So what were
it
you
was
doing?
designated rest time.
Designated rest. So what did you do for that hour, Phil? Talk me through
I
it.
actually don't remember.
Crosswords?
I rested and wondered what was going to happen next. There was no. I don't think I had a mobile phone really, so we weren't on socials. There was no sharing.
You couldn't scroll through Instagram.
I couldn't tell my
kill that
friends,
time.
nothing like that. But at the end of that hour or whatever it was, a limo turns up and it takes me and Murray's in there dressed in a suit.
Ooh.
I was dressed up and we went off and we started going through the streets of the Gold Coast at that point.
Yep.
We go all the way to SeaWorld
Yep.
where there are a helicopter waiting for me. I get into the helicopter. It takes off.
That's nice.
And flies us to this beautiful golf course. We land like celebrities running out of the golf course, running onto the golf course from the helicopter.
Yeah.
And at that point, I think maybe this is it.
It's got to be.
Got to be.
Were you on like the 18th green?
No, well, no, we were right in front of
Gets down on one knee on the 18th?
I mean, that would have been cool, Murray, maybe next time. But no, we went up into dinner and I had dinner that night. It was a beautiful restaurant overlooking the lights of the Gold Coast.
Nice.
He finally proposed.
Oh.
I was exhausted. But
What,
no,
did
it
he
was
propose
beautiful.
after main course, after dessert?
Yeah.
When was it?
After main course on one knee, very traditional.
Did the whole restaurant stop and watch?
No,
And
I don't remember.
did he make it a public thing?
No, it was more just us, which was very nice.
Mm.
But at the end of that, you would think that would be enough. No, we went to dinner to a show,
What?
and
What?
we got home from the show.
What a day.
And on my bed there was, because he obviously lived somewhere else,
Mm.
and my roommates had organised and arranged it for him. There were 24 red roses sitting on there with a photo of himself holding a rose, saying, "Will you marry me?"
That's nice.
Waiting for me when I got back.
That's a really nice proposal.
So that's the grand gesture.
That's a massive flex. That's huge.
He's
I've
very
never heard
impressive.
such a tale. That's a really good
It
story.
was very good. It's hard
He
though
must
for
have
my
dropped
daughters.
a bit of money that day.
Oh, like that is probably so, and probably in hindsight.
That's why he didn't buy a house for 20 more years.
Yeah, there you go.
He was paying off the debt.
But that is the grandest gesture that I know of.
It's a grand gesture,
And it was
Phil.
beautiful.
But it's nice, isn't it?
And I did feel a bit bad that right at the start I'd pushed him to do it as quickly as possible when he had the poor man. He had so much to
So
put
much
together.
to plan. So
He
much to
did.
prepare.
Yeah, there you go.
That's huge.
So that's the grand gesture.
That's a nice story.
Is it? That's good. Well, Murray, I love you and thank you. That was 25 years ago now, but
Go Muzza.
still remember it like it was yesterday. But the question is out for you today. What's your grand gesture?
I'm just going back to your story, though, Phil. I think for anniversaries, Murray, if you're listening, well, all he has to do now for an anniversary is maybe just one of those things.
Just
Like,
one
maybe
one
a chopper.
year.
You know,
Take that.
year 30, let's go for a chopper ride.
Here
Do
we
you
go.
remember, Phil, when I took you? Yeah. Year 35, let's go skating together, Phil. You know, just year 40, maybe just go to that same restaurant again,
That's all we need.
overlooking the golf course. Yeah, there's
Beautiful.
so many options there
Just keep going
for
back.
anniversary celebrations.
The hot air balloon with the smelly people in the basket.
The roses.
That'll do.
That's
Whatever
right.
it might be, really.
A photo of him holding a rose. That could be one.
There you go.
There's a lot of content there, Murray.